Yeah, sure.
Start to play.
Okay. We'll just start normally. Again, just normally. No, don't do that. Okay. We've got our first moves down. So, shape. Um, there's not necessarily too much to think about with shape. So we'll just go ahead and actually no, shape. Shape, we've got the approach shape of the knight's move. There we go. Don't worry about I would say don't worry about this. I mean, if you want to, that's totally fine. You could go ahead with crawling underneath R15 or attach or something, but I'm not going to worry about that. But that is something that you can do if that's your style, going for reducing their or just extending out here to take away their potential. But yeah, otherwise it's not scary. So take the 3-3. I mean, if I jump out, that is technically still an option. Still would have been into no Tengen. You could also jump if you wanted to in regards to shape to split off the stone and attack it while keeping this corner down. But we'll just go ahead and make simple corner shape. No corners and no middle means I win. Uh, oh, I know you're messing around. Oh, it goes. I am kind of surprised that an 8Q on Fox is knowledgeable in this Joseki. But that's good. That's good. All single digit Qs should know this variation by now. Except for that. I don't know what kind of shape that is, but we could maybe exploit it at a later time. In the opening, you don't want to just exploit it right away, because if I try exploiting it, one, it's likely it's not going to live. Two, if it did live and I had to run, I have nowhere to run to. So, shape, just looking at shape, these two stones are facing upwards for potential. It wants to make a bowl over here, and then there's also black over here, also kind of facing that way. But black's already throwing in some moves here, and me extending out may not be the best idea. Well, it could, but the right side's obviously bigger since black has a stone on this eighth line, but this is all wide open. So we are going to approach this corner. I'm not going to do the five. I'm just going to ignore that happen, and I'm just going to back off and cut. See, I can be nice. I'll be nice. And then I'll go ahead and just back off. Yeah, it might have been a misclick. That's why I kind of went nice there for them. So, shapey shape. I mean, my shape is not all that good. I do first want to take care of this. I actually do want to surround this because if I have a high stone here and I've still got this here. So I can be happy with surrounding this corner. Oh yeah, that's always the tactic. Always, always. They just removed the Aji they had with that corner, with that cut in there. So that's good because before that, there was the option for black to uh, do a diagonal and attach to this stone out here. I connect, they cut, Atari connect, and then extend out one way or the other and start some kind of fight. Because if black had an extension over here and some stones up here, this stone would be in massive trouble. we are going to protect our shape by making a tiger's mouth. Okay, they're expanding this area. But we're going to go ahead and attach underneath because in regards to that shape, we're going to build up our corner. They can go for this if they want. But we're able to reduce it because there's just so much so much room for it on top right now. And we get to play high. So we've got a massive corner. They get 15, 20 points. But we can reduce that quite a bit. So shape, we do need to be careful here. If I usually extend up here, but we have to be very, very, very careful. But this is how we use the Aji as well. So we can play the Hane and maybe come back to saving this stone. We can attach. But actually, no, attachment's the right one. Duh. But we have to be careful because of shape. Actually, this is perfect. So the reason why we have to be careful is because there is a cutting point. So if I play this Hane, I can be cut. This corner group and my group in the center. Because they can be cut, we want to connect and not Hane. If you do the attachment or the Hane. And I'll show afterwards as well. But there is a cutting variation in there if you Hane instead of connecting. So this cut is potential later on. But again, we're not here to exploit right away because of shape. While it's good shape or potential shape to cut through here, we're not strong enough yet because we can imagine black push, I block. They do the diagonal, I block. With that extra black move there, this cut means nothing. Oh wait, no, it might do something, but it's fine. So we're gonna go ahead and keep in mind of shape. Shapey shape. I want to expand this right side. This large knight is going to be a bit far because if they attach, I go underneath. They push through, I Atari, they extend out. Now I have 2 stones to worry about as well as this right side. So I'm going to make a solid knight's move here. That way they can't do any weird attachments or whatnot. So they can take this, what is this, 20 points for themselves, while I'm getting potentially way more than that. We can do a knight's move, but if we do a knight's move, so shape, continuing with shape, I probably shouldn't make another move in this area because there's just too much, it's too wide. So instead of focusing on one Moyo, make shape in building 2 areas because we've got potential up here and over here. If we can combine the 2, I mean, that would be great. But by playing over here, it's too wide of a sector line first off. It would be too wide of shape. The other is that it doesn't really reduce this left side potential. And we always have these extensions. So we're going to go ahead and expand the top with a knight's move. Since we're not really fighting anything right now, a knight's move should be okay. They're exploiting a little bit of the weakness here, which is fine. And we will fix our shape. Let's see, this is nice and strong, so we're not worried about anything over here. Let's see, are we worried about this cut? If they attach, we block, they do that. Yeah, maybe there's something to worry about there, and I don't want to have to worry about that. So I will just play this way. Simple extension, potentially table shape later on, but no, maybe that wasn't the best shape decision, but it's okay. It'll be okay. Get rid of their base. It's getting rid of their shape. I mean, if they have no shape, what are they going to do? Now, shapey shape, table shape, because that cut would have worked for them. So fixed our shape. And now we're going to push them to our shape. It's all about the shape. All about that shape. No direction. Well, in this part, there is direction. Because what we need to do is push them using direction to our shape. Now, if they live, they live. Because we got a solid corner. And this wasn't always going to be territory. Most likely. But all we're trying to do is get influence to maybe get an invasion here, because those 3 stones are looking weaker and weaker by the second. Double Hane is good, simple shape. And now they're full on surrounded. I could straight up play this because of shape, poking at their shape. I just feel kind of bad if I end up killing them off. But this is about the shape. So I will poke at the shape first. If they had played that first, that would have been a for sure eye. And if they had that for sure eye, then things might have been easier for them, because it would have been an eye for them and they could have continued extending out, trying to make another eye. But here, at this point, for you Kyute players out there, it's a matter of making sure you keep that shape while taking away their shape. That is a threat to poke through. I will block that. Always don't hesitate in regards to making sure your groups are okay. Don't hesitate. I will Hane because I want to keep my stones connected, as well as it's easier to get eyes on the side than it is the center. So I will Hane. Keep them restricted to this area. Now, there may be times when it's easier to make eyes in the center, but it all depends on their shape. We will Atari here. And they have 1 eye. Potentially. And here, I will again extend, because if they Hane, it's Sente. And we don't want them to have Sente in that regard, because if they do Hane, I respond. Then that is very dangerous for me. This is not Sente, though, because this stone is now connected. Just looking at shape. I mean, you could block if you wanted to. It just all depends on the shape. Shapey shape. Here, if block here, it's still plausible that black could fall apart. Otherwise, I would maybe play something like this or this. But I'm gonna go ahead and block, because I don't want to just straight up kill them. I mean, technically, I already claimed to do so by playing that pokey poke. We'll connect there. They can cut through here if they wanted to. But that won't matter.
Yoyomi now starts.
We'll just block here. Block them. My voice. And then we will take this cutting stone for ourselves. Make sure we're alive. Now, they can't live here locally because of the shape that we've given them. That's why I extended out rather than here, because then I'd have to make another move to make sure that that's not a living shape. So all of my shape, all of my stones are all connected. If black extends out, I just extend out, or Atari, either way. And at that point, all black has for potentially making another eye is over here. I'll go ahead and extend out. Because if I ignore that, then that shape is really bad for me. Okay, so interesting shape. Good shape for them. But we have to ask ourselves, this is what they want. They want us to Hane this
9,
way.
8,
Let them get
7,
shape in the center.
6, 5, 4.
I'm gonna let them live because I don't want to just straight up kill them off. So I will let them live. That is totally fine. But in regards to shape, I did not have to protect myself there. I would have been totally fine. But I'm not a destroyer. I'm going to let them live. It shouldn't have lived, but I'm letting it live. I am going to continue exploiting their shape, threatening and pushing at them, telling them they're not fully alive yet. Now this again, okay, there they go. Okay, they passed the test. But they did leave their corner open. Shape, something comes out of shape, or something comes out of the shape when you're threatening someone's eye shape. I will connect because they need another move in here. There they go. Looks interesting, but it'll work. It works. So, major reduction to their corner. And they're alive. All of white stones are nice and safe.
9.
We have
8,
two options. We can do
7,
this cut here, or we
6,
can go over here.
5,
I'm going to go ahead
4,
with over
3,
here.
2.
And I'm not going to go on the third line and go for the kill. I'm just going to stay this way. I'll Hane, but if they cross cut, it works for them. And Atari. Connect. And this way doesn't work, so I'll just Atari and take points in the center. I can't play that way. So instead, I'll prepare by playing good shape. Good shape is happy shape. Good shape is happy shape. I do realize I'm talking a little slowly. I have been trying to talk faster. We will attach because there's a little bit of weakness in here. Wiki points. Not Wikipedia, just weak points. I can still potentially cut through, but cutting through wouldn't have mattered. I mean, I was threatening to cut through two living groups. So, shape. We've got this cutting point, so we're going to exploit it. If they do it right, it's possible that I will not live. And actually, that's what they're doing right now. They're doing it exactly how they would need to do it. Because if I extend out, they play down here, I can be cut, and that would be bad. So, and it's because I also let this get all surrounded, so it wouldn't have worked for me. Before, it would have. That was extreme Gote, though. No need to have played that. for you Q players out there. Shape. Shape, shape, shape. We know that pushing through, they just block. Actually, no. We'll just go this way. Shapey shape. Threaten the shape. I mean, it's not necessarily Sentai, but at this point though, the shape is all good. The shape is fine. Shape is fine. I think this will be the only 8Q game that I do for this stream. Next, I'll move up to the 5Q. I think that's how I'll plan it. Instead of 8Q for an hour, I'll do 8Q and 5Q for an hour. Just keep good shape. No need to do anything fancy. Because shape is everything. If you have bad shape, you're either going to lose points or you're going to lose groups. We will play this way. That way they don't get that end game there. Shape. And Atari, well, not Atari, Hane this way. And connect. That way they have they have to fill in both of those spaces because of the shape. We will connect there, that's fine. Attach. Oh, you didn't attach. Oh, well, that's okay. I will play this for some territory on the bottom. Oh, the Gote. Both of these are pretty big. I'll go ahead and take that. If they had No. 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 Big fat no. Okay. Let's continue taking more points for ourselves. Now, shape, well, I mean, I guess it's not really shape, but when it comes to the end game, you want to play moves that will reduce
9,
while building.
8, 7.
Reduce
6.
while building. Unless you protect something in Gote that's bigger. There's nothing there. They don't have to worry about that. They can go ahead and play the pokey poke. Estimator says White's ahead by 27.5. Okay, they resigned. Okay, really quick. I am going to show the shapey shape of that corner. I have to, okay. If I were to play the Hane, black comes down, white blocks. Simple, simple, simple. Black threatens the uh, taking the second line stone, the number 3 stone. But white knows that this direction does not work for black to capture the 4 stones, so white is happy to Atari that stone. Oh wait, did I do that wrong?
Someone invites you to play.
I'm doing something wrong. Oh, no, never mind. I guess I don't even know my own shapes. I'm doing something wrong here. I know there's something. Why am I doing bad? Why? It's morning. I blame morning. I know there's a shape thing here. But, 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 but.
Someone invites you to play.
Unless that was it. I, for the life of me, can't remember. Shame on me. Shame on me for not knowing my own shapes. Oh well, I'm gonna stop looking at that. I know there's something there, but I'm probably missing something. Oh, you know what? I remember the shape. I remember the cutting shape now. Remake what I did. We'll say this was done instead, though. White plays away. We see the pincer. This is the shape. If we see white try to cut through, then black can play this. Atari, white can no longer connect, and black can take. So white has to play this way. Then black gets a double Atari. And then white can choose to take the outside. White live on the bottom. But this group in the center is weak. Black has cut through, nice and solid. That's the shape. That's the thing I was forgetting. That Hane on top. This right here.